I'm saying that I feel like Nollywood actors, a lot of them are just playing themselves.
I understand that you are trying to give the audience what they want, but I'm telling you, I'm bored.
I had really high hopes for Tokunbo. This is like one of my most anticipated Nollywood films for 2024, and after seeing this film, it was kind of a letdown. Kind of, did it fall flat for you too?
I didn't care. I vaguely remember that this movie was oncoming this year.
The movie follows Tokunbo, an ex-car smuggler who decides to quit this dangerous life after he became a father. However, 18 months later, his son falls sick and requires immediate medical attention. But he doesn't have any money to pay for the medical bills.
While he's hustling to gather this medical bills money, he unknowingly falls into this kidnapping ring or this kidnapping situation. Now he has 3 hours to deliver this girl to the captors, or else he risks losing everything.
The reason why I did not enjoy this film is because we know the story very well, and there was nothing new brought to the table. They did not tell the story in a different way that would engage you and entertain you. No, this is a very familiar story where you have to race against time, somebody in the hospital, someone's about to die, or people's lives are at risk. Or maybe you were even a bad person before, but due to circumstances, you go back to this dangerous lifestyle just to do something. And they didn't bring anything new to the table, and that's my problem with this film.
I don't have anything nice to say about this movie. I really wanted to like it because Ramsey Nouah directing it. For the story, it's very familiar. I think the action genre, it has overtaken that romantic genre in my heart. There's nothing interesting, there's nothing new. This movie failed in arresting me, making me care about any single character. Even the character that Adoniade played had some sort of sub-story. One bit, I did not care. The major character, Tokunbo, has a son that's wasting away in the hospital. I did not care about the boy. I never cared that, oh my God, this father is trying to get something for his son. I'm just trying to paint a picture of how much this movie failed at making me have any sort of connection towards it. I think Gideon Okeke tried portraying Tokunbo, but at the same time, there was just a huge disconnect. It felt to me like the creators of this movie just wanted to create an action movie. Oh, we're going to create a blockbuster, you know? So it lacked the essential ingredients that needs to make a movie successful, and that is connecting with the audience. As an audience, I do not care about anything about this movie. It's forgettable. I watched it on Saturday and I do not even remember, or I don't care about it.
Gideon tried. Adoniade, I don't think I've seen her in any role that she stood out. She's playing this character very well, that I believe that, oh, she is this character that she's trying to portray. It's always off. Her acting in this film was terrible. She was speaking, her mannerism, everything she was doing in this film, I did not see the sense in it. I did not like it one single bit. The person was Gideon, but there were times where Gideon actually failed when he was interacting with the young girl. It was not a believable and natural performance. One thing I'm saying is that I feel like Nollywood actors, a lot of them are just playing themselves, and they box themselves a lot. They don't have range, or they don't like to show their range. Funlola, Aofiyebi-Raimi, everywhere I've seen her, she's just like this. I do not believe that she's a loving mother to this girl. There was no chemistry between them, like this mother and daughter friendship or relationship. The daughter was captured. Now you have to choose between your career as the governor of CBN and your daughter's life. But there was no passion in her face that, why do I have to pick in the first place? She was just reciting lines and just talking. I just think that that's how she is naturally. There's no differentiating characters from the actors in Nollywood, and it's so annoying. Then Chidi Mokeme, I feel like he's already boxing himself to play this bad guy character. I don't think he did it so well in this film. It was okay, but I feel like his performance in this film was not all that. Especially the stunts, I do not like it.
On the topic of boxing yourself as an actor, it's as old as time in Nollywood. There was a time Chidi Mokeme was lover boy, ish in Nollywood. Then he took a very long break. Now he's back. He played Scar in Shantytown. People say, okay, Chidi Mokeme, interesting. Oh, that's good. Now it's playing Gaza. Next, he played on that one too in a movie that we did not watch. We did not see that movie too. When I saw him in that role, I said, I beg, don't you have another role to play? You cannot play another role. I understand. Honestly, when we talk about Nollywood movies and analyze it, might seem like, oh, we are just batching their effort. But I understand that you are trying to give the audience what they want. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I'm bored of all these things. Yeah. I know they tried to put Adoni Ade in some sort of challenging role. Like she was playing this woman that she would not usually play in a movie. And she had this makeup to show how these women usually are, they are used harsh chemical products in their skin and now they are burnt. It was not believable. Do you understand? There's something I value so much, is subtlety. We already know that, okay, you're bringing Adoni to play this role. And you are saying like, are you seeing Adoni? She's wearing this makeup. Yeah, the makeup was not even very... You could see that she's Adoni. You could see that under her, there's a good skin there.
Yes, it didn't give natural.
That was the time I was trying to say, oh, Adoni Ade is going to play in a role that people would not normally see her as. Good for her. Then Chidi, oh, please, Chidi, start rejecting these roles. Yeah. It's boring. I didn't even... When he played Sky, I was just interested. Like, okay, he's back and he played this role. Interesting. This one, I just said, like, leave my front. People are already overdoing the thing. You know, there's a thin line between doing something well and doing it too much, overdo. That's the entire thing that came to my mind while watching this movie, that characters are always boxed into certain roles in Nollywood. That, oh, you look like a madam, so you play a madam for the rest of your life. Yeah. You look like a houseboy, so you play houseboy for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And it affects these films because we already know what you are. We already know you are not playing this role. We already know the story you're about to tell. So what is the point of us seeing this movie and wasting time and doing this? It's not just nice at all. And the ending, there was no surprises. There was no twist. Did you really surprised? Or then you feel like, oh my god, I didn't expect you to see this. Oh no, I don't want to see this.
It was boring as hell. I'm sorry. I just have to use that word. It's not constructive, but yes, it was. That plot twist, boohoo. It just happened, and I said, okay, end this movie so I can go back to my freedom. Because even this plot, I never tried to over-explain it. That, oh, did you remember when she spoke to this person? You know, when she spoke to this man on phone, so he's the one. And we do not really have any emotional connection with this villain and the mother. Yes. We know that, yes, she's in a position that she's garnering a lot of enemies, that even her friends are becoming her enemies, so she doesn't have anybody she can even trust. But I don't really see any sense in the man kidnapping her daughter. I'm serious.
Yeah. They said she should set up a press conference, but we don't really know exactly what is going on.
Yeah. I know that she's making new policies that might affect or make her gather enemies. I understand, but at the same time, you don't really care about this villain. Yeah.
And this woman. Or their relationship. Because it may seem like, oh, be careful about who you let around you. Like her assistant now was the one working with this villain.
It's like just watching something that you don't know the backstory about it. You just watched like an accident happen.
Yeah, you just walked into a room and you saw some people watching a film and you were...
Or some people fighting. And you're like, oh, they're fighting. Okay. Oh, this fight is hot, but okay, goodbye. You know? So there's no emotional connection with the fighter. Why did the fight start? What will end this fight? No beginning, no end. You just know that, okay, people are fighting over something. That was the vibe I got from the entire villain and the mother.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But it's not talking about the stunts and everything. Like I said earlier, I think the creator of the show just wanted to make a movie like this. That, oh, we're going to make a blockbuster that people have not seen before. That we're going to do some stunts and we're going to pull some things. They're going to be fighting scene. You're going to bring your A game. And they focus on those ones, even though they were not even that good. They focused on that one and forgot about how are you going to connect to the audience, how are you going to make the audience care about the story.
Yeah, and there were a few goofs with the stunts. There was this fight scene in the end where it was raining and Chidi Mokeme pushed Gideon's character outside and immediately this thing caught. He was already soaking wet. How is it possible that you just went on it's not up to 5 seconds? Your body from head to toe is soaking wet.
Even at the end when the girl's mom came, the rain just stopped. There was all kind of dry places and I'm like, okay, just now the rain is already over and...
It's why I feel like people are just trying to pick out the bad things. That's just the thing.
No, it's because it's not build any emotion for us. I mean, you know that a movie can be bad. Like Shantytown, there were a lot of bad things in Shantytown. But, and that ending to Shantytown was shabby. But at the same time, they were able to build some sort of emotional connection for the audience. The audience were able to relate. Were able to see that this is really a side of life. Or this is a story that needs to be told, that's important. This one, even the fact that his wife had a baby, the baby, there was no emotional connection, and at the end they just treat like, oh, we're having another baby, like it's meat. It's like it's not something that you just pick on Christmas Day that just open and move on, or it's a broken toy that you will not find another interesting toy. No,
I was even hoping that I would see the wife's reaction when she meets him after all these things. They kidnapped our child.
In a certain way, you are the reason why our child was kidnapped from the hospital.
Yeah.
There was no real consequence. What is this story trying to teach us, I beg? Because he's a known criminal. He was wanted. Even the beginning where he was trying to refill this car that he just smuggled into Nigeria, the police, they were waiting for him. It's like I just suddenly on their sirens and he just ran away like that. It didn't make any sense. Why were they waiting for him in the dark?
The trying to show us that he's an expert driver. Okay, how did that relate to the story? Because later on, there was no expert driver anything in the story. You couldn't even navigate through police roadblocks like that. They only want car chasing, and they still fell inside the bridge. So I don't know.
How would you rate it?
I think I'll give it a 2 out of 5 just because they failed that car from the bridge.
Yeah, that one.
It had to make a lot of efforts to do that. So yeah, so 2 stars for the efforts. And I think Gideon did well. He did okay. Not well. He did okay in it. I just wish that his script was well packed together. I just wish they shook things up small, fine-tune some things, so that no matter how shabby that story is, when you fine-tune it well, it will be presentable, that the audience will enjoy it. So that's the only thing.
I'll give it 2 stars as well. The acting from supporting characters were not great. There was nothing new about the story, and I wish there were some kind of new additions to this story as a whole. But sadly, there wasn't. I was really excited to see, like, oh, Ramsey Nouah's movie. Let me see what's going on here. I had high hopes for this film, so it's kind of a letdown for me. If you have seen Tokunbo, please tell us what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like our video, share, and subscribe to We Are Binge-watching.
Bye.